hello, and welcome to
Hello.
Through the Cake Hole. I'm Benny.
And I'm Manwelly on this beautiful bank holiday weekend.
It is a
And
beautiful. Well, it isn't really, because by the time this goes out, it'll be,
it won't be
you're going to
bank holiday
confuse
at all.
people now. You're going to confuse people. And we've got another great show again, another fantastic guest, and today's guest is Doug Carter. Doug, he's an award-winning stand-up comedian who's managed to turn a chaotic past into a very successful comedy career.
He's performed all over the world, built a massive following online, and become one of those comedians people instantly feel comfortable around.
And he's also an old school raver, and apparently, according to Manwelly, he's hardcore, whatever that means.
Anyway, let's go over to the other studio and have a chat with Doug.
Hello, Doug.
How you doing, lads? You all right?
We're fine, Doug. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. It's boiling hot. I'm sitting in a roasting conservatory, but yeah, I'm all good.
Right, we'll go straight on to the first question, Doug, to get into it. So tell us who you are, what you do, and what's shaping your life right now.
My name's Doug Carter, as you've said. I drive heavy plant machinery in the day, and over the last 7 years, I've been doing stand-up comedy and trying to crack the stand-up scene. And I'm at a point now where I'm semi-pro and I'm teetering on the edge of going part-time in the day job, and that being my job.
So you'll give up your plant driving job, yeah, and then or some part of it.
I don't think I'll ever go full time because there's some dead months in comedy. Like January's not very good. June, July, and August are quite hard. I say June, July, and August are quite hard. I have got quite a lot booked in, but you don't get as much as you do in the other months. So the forklift driving on the building sites, that will take over on the months where comedy's not that good.
You've got quite a big following on TikTok as well. How did that come about?
Well, I started on Facebook. Well, I started doing like just stupid videos before I started doing stand up, and people used to watch them and stuff. And then over time, I thought, you know what, I could make it. Well, I did a stand up gig at like an open mic night, but it was a mixed night, like
Yeah,
musicians and poets and stuff. And I died on my arse.
they're
Um, and
hard.
oh wow, a guy come up to me afterwards. He went, he says, "Oh, fucking hell, that was really good." I went, "No, it weren't, mate. It was shit." And he went, "No, wrong
Wrong
place for
room.
your material."
Yeah,
He went, "You
yeah.
need to do it in a comedy open mic night." But it hurt me that much that I ran away. And then a friend
Right.
of mine said, "You want to start doing videos online?" And I said, "Why?" And he said,
Mm.
"Well, if people don't like it, you can just delete it." And I was like, "Ah, yeah, okay." So then I started on Facebook, built up a decent following on there. And then when TikTok came about, like I stayed away from it at first because everyone said
Me,
like
Me
it's a
too.
young person's
yeah,
thing, isn't it?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
and I'm like I'm 50 now, so I started on TikTok probably mid 40s, and I thought this is all right actually. You know, it's not just for young people, is it?
Mm.
No.
And yeah, I've built up a decent following on there, which shows that old fuckers can do all right on there as well. See, here's the thing though, mate, right? I've got a few people going, you shouldn't be on here. This is for kids. And I'm like, if you're seeing kids on your feed, then there's something wrong with you because
Yeah, because I
Exactly,
don't
Al.
see
I
any.
don't, it's an
Yeah.
algorithm thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it
The
is. Yeah.
TikTok, what you watch, it shows you. So if you've got loads of dancing little kids on your thing, you need your PC checking, I reckon. Do you know what I mean?
It's true because I don't see any. All it is people of an older generation that come up with mine.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
tailors to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what I'm seeing is I'm not seeing as many people as I used to follow before. I don't know if you were seeing the
Yeah,
same.
mine's gone like
They're
that.
just not coming up anymore.
It's as if when you start following someone, it stops putting them in your For You page. And I watch my For You page more than I do my follower page. So you'd
Yeah,
expect them to drop them in
Yeah,
there as well,
yeah.
wouldn't you? It's weird.
Yeah, it is gone strange. It's like, where are they? Because we're looking for people to come onto the podcast, and you've always pop up anyway on my feed all the time
Oh, yeah.
anyway. But I'm
Well,
looking
that's
for
good to
people
hear.
through TikTok, and I think, where are those people that I used to engage with? Because the thing with TikTok is I've been on Facebook, I've been on YouTube, but I've never engaged with people so much as on the platform as TikTok.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
build a community of people.
Oh,
It's
right,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah, well, people can reply to you. They can stitch your videos and stuff, can't they? And
Yeah.
I find I interact with a lot of people as well. Like so they say the best way to push things on the algorithm is to like everything, to comment back to as many people as possible, and I think that shows a connection with your audience then as well, don't it?
It
Yeah.
does. I think that is important because if you're not interacting back with them, then they're going to just stop
Yeah,
interacting
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, and
yeah.
they
And if it
like they
weren't
go on.
if it weren't for them people, I wouldn't be where I was. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I get a lot of people now from TikTok and Facebook that turn up at my gigs. I did a gig last night in where was I? I was down by Sleaford, near on the way to Skegness, and I was emceeing the gig. And after the gig, no, I weren't. I was opening, sorry. And then I'm sitting in the lobby afterwards, and a guy come out to me and he went, "You still driving the diggers?" And I went, "Yeah, yeah." I says, "What do you see me online?" And he went, "Yeah, yeah, I follow you." Which was that's lovely to see now. I'm
It
starting to get
is.
bums on seats. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
do you think that the social media TikTok has changed the comedy game?
Yeah, social media has changed comedy. When I first came into stand up, I had a few people sort of like stick their noses up at me a little bit because I'd came from the internet first,
Mm.
because it was a new thing.
Yeah,
People had to do a certain. Uh, they had to do a certain route to get to stand up. Like you go to open mic nights,
yeah,
you'd work your way up through open mic nights to get to a point where you got like paid work. And I came in and I already had like a load of material because I've been doing it online, so I moved pretty quick at the start. And a few people were like, "Oh, it's the same as everything, something new starts and they kind of look down their nose at it a bit."
yeah.
But then when COVID hit,
Mm.
everyone
Going
started doing
online.
stuff online, and it was like that opened the door then to more people doing online stuff and realizing that, do you know what, it's the future. Roll with the times or get rolled over, in a way, isn't it?
Oh, it is totally. It's the same with me, really. Yeah, I had to without online and starting doing podcasting and things like that during lockdown. It would have drove me crazy, but I always thought it was complicated, and then I was like, "Oh no, hang on a minute, it's not as hard
Gee.
as it looks." And
Yeah, yeah. It's
but
just that new thing, and it's
yeah,
like there's some older comedians that still kind of look down their nose at it a little bit, and I'm like, you've just got to change with the times. But it weren't like this back in my day. It's not your fucking day
It's not your
anymore.
day,
no,
no. And
exactly.
and
It's
and you
moved.
and you gotta be same as if you're a business or anything, you gotta be where your audience are, and your
Yeah.
audience are online. You could shun it if you wanted to, but
Can you
it's at your
remember
peril.
before, like you guys? I'm guessing are like ancient like me, ain't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
Like
yeah.
40s, 50s, or whatever. So around
50s.
I'm
that.
Yeah, we're on in our
Yeah,
54.
so
I am.
so
50s.
Yeah.
we're so we were there when Channel 4 come out. We were there when Channel 5
Yeah,
come out. We were still on numbers. Whereas
Yeah.
now this next generation, they've got all these different channels. And back then when we were young, you were getting like millions and millions and millions of views on telly. Whereas them views now have switched to the internet. Less
Yeah.
people are watching TV
oh
as they
yeah.
are the internet. So you go where the viewers are, really, don't you?
You're
You
totally.
you
I very rarely watch television.
Yeah.
YouTube is what I watch everything. Really.
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube. If I go on telly, I don't watch any live telly anymore. It's always like your
no.
documentaries and different bits and bobs, or series that are already on like the streaming platforms and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
never there. One, two, three, and four are
Oh,
hardly ever watched anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't watch live. I read an article the other day was saying that Gen Z, we are the ones that are watching telly now. Our age, the younger, okay, we like you say, we're watching less telly, but the younger generation are watching even less. It's
Yeah,
Coronation
yeah,
Street
yeah.
still does it, doesn't it?
But
In EastEnders.
even a lot of them now are switching. My missus, like you've just mentioned there, EastEnders. I weaned her off it like a heroin addict. You know, I had to sort of get her away from it. That Hollyoaks, and life got so much better when she got that trash out of her life. It's brilliant.
It
Yeah,
is because it is a sort of brainwashing. You think that's what real life should be like, and they get so involved in the storylines and the whole thing. But
Oh.
it's incredible.
it's
Yeah, do you know what
gossip. It
really
is.
annoys me about it as well? Like Christmas. It's always devastating at Christmas on them programs, and it's
I
like, who's
know.
gonna die? Who's gonna die this Christmas? It's fucking Christmas.
I
Don't we have?
know.
Do you know what I mean? We want to have fun at Christmas, not fucking worry about who's going to be killed off in a fucking soap. Piss off.
It is. I remember watching the very first episode. Sat down to watch
Oh
EastEnders. I
yeah,
remember
EastEnders,
Don
me too.
Cotton, and I
Yeah.
think it was
It,
Nick then. And someone had died in
in the calf.
the very first episode. Someone had died.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, man. And not only that, what my missus used to do as well, she'd be like, you never guess what's going to happen this week on it. And I'm like, why are you watching it if you already know? Because you've been watching
reading
it in
the
like, reading it in the magazines. Yeah. What the fuck, man? Fucking crazy. But
It's the
Oh,
same. It's
dear
gossip.
me.
People love gossip, and I
oh
read an
no.
article the other day. It's like you should really stay away from gossip. Really, it's bad. And EastEnders and all that.
Oh
They
yeah, that's what
curate
it
it, don't
is.
they? It's gossip.
Yeah.
It is gossip TV. Oh, but well, on that note, now we're gonna play a short video, and we're gonna come
Yep.
back, and Carl's gonna hit you with another question. Or was it me?
I'm
Didn't you?
ready.
One of us anyway. One of
You
us. is
are.
gonna
You
ask
are.
the
You.
question.
Your question is next.
Right, here we go.
Let's go.
And we're back in the room. Back in the room. So next question is it's quite an easy one, I suppose. But if you were going to write an autobiography, what would it be called?
Funny you should say this, mate, because
Excellent.
I'm in the process of writing something at the minute, and I don't know what to call it. At first, I called it Nine Lives, and it was based around, like, Carlos, you mentioned, like, I know that, like, I think we connected through your love of raving, and
Yeah.
I was a raver years ago, and I was a bit of a naughty boy because things were quite expensive, if you know what I mean, back then. And it was like you were paying £10 for a happy tablet, and my wages didn't go that far back then because I was on a YTS scheme. Remember them?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
was
was
on
on one of
I was
those.
on one.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
£35 a week, £10 board, which left £25. You pay for your
Yeah.
ticket price. You couldn't afford to have a happy tablet or whatever, so I'd end up knocking a few out to make mine free. And that led me down a road of selling quite a lot back in the day. I was, I called myself a party enhancement specialist. Yeah, but because of this, my door went through quite a lot, and I've had like safe houses bust. I've had operations done by the police on the streets, where they've like set things up to catch me. But every time they've got me, I've managed to get out of stuff, and that made them come for me more and more often. Which led me to thinking I'll call it Nine Lives. But then I thought, don't know whether that's a catchy enough title, so maybe I should go for Small Time. But then my mate said, he goes, Small Time makes it sound like you've nothing. I don't think that's as catchy. So I'm still in the process of kind of trying to work out what I'm gonna call my book. But I wrote about 3 chapters of it. And then after I'd done 3
Okay.
chapters, I thought, are people interested in this? So I did videos on it, and I've put them on TikTok, and they exploded. Loads of people watched them, loads of people enjoyed them. So now I'm up to chapter 9, but I still don't know what I'm going to call my book yet. But I still like the idea of 9 lives.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah,
Well,
it says, as you said, it's a cat with 9 lives really, and you've yeah.
so
I
you
like
said
that.
you went to in the beginning. You said, "Oh, you're just paying for yourself," but obviously then you went bigger. You were making money.
Well, no. I basically had to sell more because I was taking more. I was a bit of an animal, mate. I was like
Right.
I was a double and triple dropper. At one point,
Yeah.
I was taking them every day of the week.
Oh.
I give up work just to knock things out because I thought I was earning enough money, but because my door would go through, I'd end up losing stuff, and then I'd have to like recoup, and it was just like I was just constantly chasing my tail. I only really did it to get mine for
Chasing my
free.
tail.
Yeah.
Chasing my tail. That's a good name for a book.
Chasing your tail.
Chasing your tail, yeah. But I think it needs to have something to do with raving in the title as well, because Nine Lives doesn't stand out as a raver. It could be Nine Lives, a raver's tale, or it needs to be something that more people are gonna like grip hold of. Do you know? So you'll see anyway. I'll let you know when it's all done.
Yeah. So
Well, we'll have you back on.
Yeah, we'll have you back. So you're happy with the way it's coming? How many chapters will it be?
I'm up. Well, I don't know yet. I'm up to chapter 9 at the minute. But the thing is, as well, it's like I had someone say, like, you don't want to be like glorifying it. But here's the thing: I kind of get where they're coming from, but I also think that there's a place for drugs in the world. You know, like for raving and stuff like that. Like ecstasy for me was. It was fantastic. I'm not gonna put it down. It's fucking beautiful. I've had some of the best nights of my life on ecstasy. I met my missus. I've been with my missus now like 29 years, and we met raving on ecstasy. So you know, it's. Don't get me wrong. There was a point where I abused it too much. Whereas I think in moderation, the right time, right place, there is for everything. Like psychedelics. I think there's psychedelics are beautiful in the right place. I love to have a joint. I mean, since I've started comedy, if I'm doing a gig, I won't have a joint, but I still occasionally like to have a roll and stuff. It's just. You know, they've played a massive part in my life. They can't. Don't get me wrong. It's the same as everything with alcohol. Alcohol can ruin lives if you don't do things correctly. You know, so it's a moderation thing, isn't it?
Hello again.
Here we are.
So
yeah.
We'll go over to the quiz, Doug. It's called Name That Tune, which is exactly like Name That Tune, but because of copyright reasons, we can't use the music. So we're going to hum it, dee it, or la it. And we'll only say a little bit of it. And if you don't get it, then a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more.
Okay.
So I'll do one, Benny will do one, and then it's up to you if you'd like to do one as well.
But it's not compulsory.
But it's not compulsory, right?
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Here's my first Name That Tune.
Not a fucking clue.
Brilliant. Benny? I'm tone deaf as well, mind.
No.
Okay, a little bit more, you get it now. A little bit more, you get it.
No, not clue.
No.
Okay, now you get it.
You are tone deaf, not a clue.
I'll do more.
What's it called?
You got it.
Right, do it again.
I'll do it again.
Slowly. It's David Bowie.
Yeah, it's Space Oddity.
Space Odyssey, yeah. Oh.
Was it?
To me, it was.
Oh, fair enough.
I know. I am tone deaf.
Well, it must have been all right because you got it, but I didn't have a fucking clue.
Right, over to you, Benny.
God, yeah. Right, okay. I'm gonna do it now, aren't I? I forgotten what I was gonna do. All right, okay. La 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 la.
No.
No, that does
Ky-
sound familiar
Kylie.
though.
Okay.
Kylie Minogue, can't get you out of my head.
No. Oh, hang on,
He's going to lose which one he's done now and
I
forget.
am, yeah. La 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 la. Doom doom.
I have not got a fucking clue.
You just did la 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 again, and I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Wait,
I added the extra 2 la-las and a dum-dum on the end.
Yeah. We're
No,
only going
I
to get
need more.
more.
More. La 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 dum dum.
You finished it, Dum again.
I know.
Oh, there was more.
I know. You can't. Come on. You can't just repeat the same thing over and over again.
La 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 do do da da da.
No, still ain't out.
No, no way.
Am I gonna?
You
Nobody's
are,
gonna get it.
No, I'm not gonna get that.
No,
Right,
mate.
but I'll do it one more time for you now that I can do more. It's easier to la 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 do 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 do.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I'm of the
Got
same
it?
thought process
Oh,
as you. Not a clue.
I feel brilliant that nobody can get this one. I don't know whether that's because of how bad I'm doing it or whether how terrible you are at doing at the game. Shall I tell you what it is?
Yeah,
Please,
go on.
yes.
Girls on Film.
Ah, yeah, Duran.
That
Yeah.
would have been more like do do do, not la la la.
No. Hey. You present it how you want to present it. I'll present it how I want to present it.
The la la's through it.
La 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 la, and then there's the do 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 do.
Yeah, I get the end bit, but all the rest of the
Yeah.
la,
I know that.
fucking clue.
I might have made some of that up as well. My timing. I'm a
I think you
singer.
did.
I'm a singer, so my timing is terrible.
Have you got one, Doug, or not?
I can have a go at this.
Yes.
All right.
No, we need more.
No.
Benny?
Do it again. No.
Shall I do a bit more?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, I kind of know that, but it's
Yeah,
still,
you do,
still,
don't you?
I know, but still not enough. Still,
A little bit more?
Yeah.
Oh! It's pretty baby with the high heels on. Is that it? Well, what's the
Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Brilliant.
What was the name of the song?
Lady with the high heels. I don't know the name of the song. The
The
way you make me feel.
way you make me feel.
Yeah, there you
Yeah. The way you make me feel.
There you go. See, that's how you hum a tune.
Make it recognizable at least, right?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
No, mine wasn't recognizable.
Yeah, but if I made it easy, then it would be really short. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good point. I was just thinking off the top, weren't I?
Oh, you done well. No, you done well there. You done really well there. We had
Apart
we
from
had
I
to
didn't
have a
get either of
third.
yours.
I wouldn't get mine either.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I wasn't sure that I was even doing what I was supposed to have been doing. So I think it sounds like this. I'd forgot. I'd said to Carl, "Yeah, we're going to do this quiz again," and then I'd forgotten to pick a song.
Yeah.
I usually write it down here with a few notes, and I've forgotten all about it until I thought, "Oh, hang on, it's time for the song." I am picking. Funny.
Another question, and we mentioned it earlier backstage. Doug, is you recently went to Japan.
Yes.
So, what would you say the main cultural differences you saw out there?
Fucking hell, man, so many. I am now judging everything over here by their standards. It was a culture shock, but a beautiful culture shock. I've never been anywhere so beautiful in all my life. But like, I've traveled to a lot of places, but Japan, they just know how to do things and how to live. I find it was like you couldn't eat on the streets. You had to stand at the side of the, if you bought something from a shop or something, you can't eat and
Yeah.
walk. You have to stand at the side. There was designated smoking areas on the street, so there's no one smoking around on the street. When you went to a shrine, you couldn't walk to the shrine up the middle. You had to go to the side because the middle was reserved for the gods. You're not allowed to talk on. Well, you can talk on tubes, but like really quietly between yourselves. Like it's such a polite nation, and like I found that like learning a couple of phrases got you through as well. Like if you went into a shop and you just said arigato gozaimasu, which is thank you very much, they'd really appreciate it, and they'd show like if you were just saying thank you, they'd just be like, oh, arigato. But the minute you spoke a couple of their words, honestly, they were so accommodating, and it was just like, it was just beautiful, mate. It was the cleanest streets I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But there's no bins, so it's like, how does
Yeah.
that like work? But like you carry a bag round with you, so you take your rubbish home with you, and then you recycle everything,
Right.
and like even crossing the street. Right, at one point, I went out at like 4 a.m. to have a stroll around because I couldn't sleep, and we were staying in like a residential area, and I walked the streets, and you get to a bit where there was like like a zebra crossing. There'd be no cars anywhere, but there'd be someone standing there waiting for the green man. And it was like they wouldn't cross the street
Wow.
unless, yeah,
Complied with,
honestly, mate, it's like they were so polite and so organized. And it's like now I'm over here and I'm just judging everything by Japan standards. The place is amazing.
Yeah. So how did you decide to go to Japan in particular?
Well, my son, a few years ago, he was doing really well at school, and we said to him, we said, look, if you keep this up, I think he was like just coming up to 15 at the time. He says, if you keep this up, we'll take you on the holiday of a lifetime. Where would you like to go? And he said, Japan. And he like for birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that, he'd have Japan cookbooks. He's had a rice cooker, ramen bowls. We had to buy him this Christmas a Japanese knife set. So he's really into like the anime side of things and the Japanese cooking. So because of that, we started saving up to go. And it wasn't a place that I'd have ever considered going. But now I've been, I swear to God, I'd go back tomorrow.
Oh, I'd love to go. My son's supposed to be going in November.
Oh, mate, he's going to have the time of his life.
Yeah, I'd love to
Tell
go.
him to definitely take comfy walking shoes. That would be my biggest tip. Because honestly, mate, I ate and ate and ate, but the food there is so good. The amount of walking that I did, I ended up losing a stone.
Wow.
It's just, it's phenomenal, mate. It's phenomenal, but there is a lot of walking.
Yeah.
So was there you heard of Japan vending machines, more vending machines than anywhere else in the world? Is that right?
Nearly every street there is vending machines, and I had someone turn around to me and go, "Did you find any of the dirty knickers vending machines?" I was like, "What?" I said, "No." They went, "What? You didn't see anything?" I said, "I weren't looking for them. What do you think I am?" But there was there was like drinks vending machines everywhere. My son wanted to find a Wagyu vending machine. We found one of them because like Japan's the home of Wagyu and Kobe beef. There's like 5 different levels of Wagyu. He bought a skewer with like 4 little bits of meat on, 2 skewers, and it was like
Yeah.
30 quid. But it was the top level Wagyu that you could get. But I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be quite expensive when I got out there, but it actually wasn't. It was reasonably priced. If you guide it by like say London prices, like London's like I thought it was going to be like that, but it's not. It's not
Oh,
cheap.
right.
Don't get me
No,
wrong, but
but
it's not
it's not
overly
overly
expensive.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
told me
yeah.
that.
So he enjoyed it. He
I
enjoyed it. Yeah, I can
absolutely
imagine.
loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
Apart from him wanting to go at the most expensive time, which was Sakura, which is they call it Sakura, we call it cherry blossom. So it was the cherry blossom season. So everything was twice as expensive. The flights were twice as expensive. The accommodation, it was a little bit more busier because of it being Sakura, but it was worth every penny. It was worth
No,
it.
it's good. Yeah, it always looks, and like you say,
Yeah, that's definitely.
the efficiency of
Yeah,
the trains is like they get
yeah.
depressed if it's the driver gets depressed if it's 4 seconds late, and
It's
you
mad,
know.
mate. Honestly, everything just runs to clockwork. They apologise. They
Yeah,
Yeah,
apologise
yeah.
if things are late. It was yeah. It's a. I had a couple of
Very
moments that
community based.
mm.
yeah, but I had a couple of moments because I'm on a few pages, and one of them said that they don't like foreigners, and I was like, I never really felt that apart from a couple of times on tubes where people would move away from you, but like. I think that was more to do with I wear deodorant, so like you got your deodorant on. I was spraying a bit of aftershave on. They don't like smells that are too strong, so
Mm.
some food places would turn you away if you had a fragrance on that was overpowering. It's mad, mate.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like this, it was just how clean the place was and how like organised everything was, and they just seem so polite. They've got it right, mate. They've got it
Mm.
right. So clean, so respectful, so friendly. It just and so safe, mate. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, sounds good. Yeah, I know a few people who have been, and they've said exactly what you have said, and the cleanliness and the efficiency of it,
yeah, yeah.
and being like I don't know ADHD or I don't know what I am. I love efficiency. You know.
Oh,
You
you'd
are
love it then, mate.
ADHD. You
How,
are ADHD. It's not
how
whatever
tall
Yeah.
are
you
you,
are.
Carlos?
5'6", I think.
Ah, so you'd be all right. How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay, so you two would be all right when it comes to clothing as well. I'm 6'2", and
Mm.
there was like nearly no shops that would sell clothes that would fit me. It's
Yeah.
mad. It's
So
mad. Like,
you were literally big in Japan.
but yeah, well, literally, mate, I'd stand in the tubes, and I could look over everybody's head. All the way down the carriages. I think I met 2 people that were as tall as me. One of them was a black dude, and he was an American basketball player, and he was about 90 foot tall. He was massive. And there was another guy who I thought was Japanese, but then when he spoke to me, it turned out he was. He just looked at me. He went, "You English?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You Japanese?" He went, "No, I'm from Kazakhstan." And I was like, "Oh, right." He says, "You having trouble finding clothes?" I was like, "Yeah, I am, yeah." And that's just how we connected, like. But yeah, everyone else is just shorter. It's mad.
So yeah, tell us now that how can everyone get hold of you? How can they find your stuff? To TikTok,
Where can they
YouTube,
see you?
Facebook, all
Well,
those kind of things.
I used to have different names on everything. I was Random Waffle Bollocks on Facebook.
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. There was a reason behind that. It was because when I was at a rave years ago and I was off my chops, I used to have that many people going, "Fucking hell, you're just proper random, ain't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then like if I had like a kitchen party at 3 in the morning and I was on other stuff, I'd waffle bollocks. So I thought I'll put them both together and call myself Random Waffle Bollocks. But then someone said to me, "Look, you need to be a bit more professional," because that was my email as well. So now I've put.
It's a job application. Random
Well,
waffle
imagine
bollocks.
applying for gigs as random waffle bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've
Oh,
noticed that
brilliant.
now I've changed it to Doug Carter Comedy. So Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok are all Doug Carter Comedy. But you can find me as well. A lot of the gigs that I post on my normal page, which is Doug Carter. And my profile picture on there, I'm in a blue shirt, and you can see the Comedy Inn logo behind me, which was a venue in Cardigan, actually, where I was a few weeks ago. So you can, if you follow that one, you'll see where most of my gigs are coming up around the country. But yeah, as well as that, you can just see me. If you're a comedy fan, just look out for most of your comedy clubs, and I seem to be getting quite a lot all over the country, and I'm getting more and more in Wales now as well, which is nice. I seem to have cracked Wales recently, which is nice. So I've been in the past year. I've been in
Glee Club,
Cardiff, Cardiff for Beefies. Cardigan for the Comedy Inn, Real Comedy Club, and there's one called Four Good Comedians in Bangor that I've done. But I'm trying to get a lot more over there because it's a beautiful country as well, isn't it? And I like
Yeah.
I like it. Whenever I go to Wales, I try and stay over so I can have a look around because it's gorgeous. And I am going to try and crack YouTube as well because YouTube is. So my son keeps saying you'll earn good money off YouTube, but for me, it's not. It's not. I'm not that much bothered about making money on social media. Although I am making money off it, I'm more into just growing my following on there. So I can. The bigger my following, the more people will come to gigs, and the gigs are where I want to be. You know, I want to be a stand-up comedian. So
Yeah. And YouTube has changed. They are looking for the smaller sort of creator now rather than the big ones. So it is an opportunity.
Right.
Yeah. And what about I see a lot of stand-up comedians. They won't publish their routine online. What do you feel about that?
How it works, like, have you noticed lately? You get a lot of people moaning, going, "Oh, all we're seeing is crowd work clips." Do you know why that is?
No.
It's because a crowd, your material, it can take you like 3, 4, 5 years to build up a 20-minute set. And then once we've got the perfect 20-minute set, we travel the country doing that 20-minute set. So I'll only change little bits of my set depending on the room. If it's a middle class room, I'll take out certain bits and add other bits. If it's a working class room, I'll F and Jeff a bit more. I'll get a bit more raw. But if all your material's online, then it burns quicker. So I'll put up little clips of my material, but a lot of the time now I'll put up more of my crowd work clips. So if I'm emceeing a night and I get a funny interaction, then I'll post that. But you just don't want to lose your material, because if a bit hits, you have to still get in the millions to lose the material, because you know what's the chances. I think I did a bit really early on where I talk about the little man bag wannabe gangster knobheads, and I did a clip on that, and it had 1.5 million views. But I only ever get a couple of people when I do it on stage say, "I've seen that before." You have to get into the millions and millions to lose a bit. So they still don't need to be scared of doing their material online, because it takes massive views to burn that material. Because if you're getting 2,000, 3,000 views off a video, how many people are in the UK? What's the chances of 2,000, 3,000 people being in a room on a night and being like, "We've seen that"? But that's the main reason people don't put material up.
Right, because I was wondering, because I've seen like comedians, and some struggle to take it from the stage to TikTok.
I'm talking people around that as well. I'm teaching people that, like, and one thing I've noticed is a stand-up clip never does as well online as this. You know, if I'm there and I'm just talking to the camera, like if I get an idea for a joke, I'll do it like this. I'll be like, "So the other day, and then I'll just do it like that. That will get more views than it has a stand-up clip. It's weird. But a lot of people get scared of being able to just talk to a camera like this. But once you get over it, it's easy.
You've got to do it constantly. I know is that Benny knows is with me. People used to say I look like a rabbit caught in the headlights, and that's what I used to look like. I really was. and because of TikTok, you're doing it over and over again. I'm still a bit
Yeah.
stiff.
Yeah.
But that's part of who you are, of the character of you now, is that awkwardness. You've made that your own now.
Do you
Yeah,
find though that talking to the camera, it feels a bit more personal? It's like you're talking to the person the other side of the camera, whereas a stand-up clip, it's just a clip. Whereas this, it's like I'm looking straight at you and you're looking straight at me, and
yeah, it's
that's how
like a
it feels.
conversation.
Yeah, yeah,
And people like that. They say I read loads of tips on how to talk to the camera because, like I said, I was terrible. And it says pretend you're talking to somebody you know, and
yeah.
it's like, right, just think of one person in your head. It could be my gran, it could be anybody. My best mate. Just think like you're talking, and it is.
To them.
People find it really. It is a difficult thing. Maybe
Yeah.
even they should start, because it's the way of the world. Maybe they should even start teaching in schools, because
Wow.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's not let them do that, because the further I get in this game, I might be able to do it, and then people can come
You
and
teach
pay
them.
me to teach them how to do this. Yeah,
Exactly. Well, you've got enough of a big following to be able to say, right, I can now, I've started from
right.
scratch and I could teach you.
Yeah, but there's a lot of comedy courses out there now, where they teach you the structure of jokes and different bits and bobs. But then there's comedians out there that do one-on-one courses. I think at the minute, because I'm not. I'm getting there. I'm now semi-pro, but I'm not at a point where I think I can train people. I can help. Don't get me wrong. I'm helping people with
Yeah.
comedy. I'm helping some people with their jokes and stuff. But there may come a point when I'm 10, 15 years in the game where I'm like, okay, now I'm fully versed in the game. I can do this as a job, training people to do stand up. But there are a lot of people that come into the game and within a year or two, they're not even established as a paid act, and then they're training people on how to do comedy, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, knobhead?
Yeah.
I've been on a few in Cardiff like that, and it was just like, hang on, I know more than you. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. I mean, you know yourself who are the people that if you're seeing flyers and faces
Yeah.
are on flyers constantly, that says to me you're a decent act. I should trust your opinion. It's where you are on the flyer as well, because like I don't know if you know the structure of comedy, but
No.
when you start, you're doing like open mics and stuff, and then how it normally works is a promoter might go on a comedy night, a paid comedy night. You'll have an MC. An opener does 20, a middle does 20, a closer does 20 to 30. So occasionally they'll change the middle 20 for 2 10-minute spots where they give you a trial. So the middle is the trial spot or the lesser act. Not. Sometimes you get the night where all three are solid, but the middle is normally where they'll put you'll start in the middle. So it'll go middle, open, close.
Right.
Opening's the toughest spot because people are not tanked up a bit, so it can be a tough spot. But you go from middle when you start smashing middle spots, they'll move you to opener. When you start smashing open spots, you'll move to closer. And at the minute, I've done my route in the middle. I'm still doing a few middles for promoters I haven't worked for, but I'm now opening a lot more. And the next stage is to go to closer. And I've started closing some smaller clubs, but over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm hoping to start getting into the bigger clubs. But I need to get more established as an opener before I move to that. So this is what I'm saying. Like when it comes to training people, if I'm a middle spot moving to opener, I wouldn't trust anyone running a course that's not constantly closing.
Yeah.
They're at the
It's
level then, aren't they? They're tried and
Yeah.
tested. They're trained. They've done all their time served. That's who I'm going to trust more than anyone.
it's like a little bit like DJs, isn't it? You got the breakfast slot. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I used to do. Is like I DJ'd recently, and it's like I didn't have the breakfast slot. I expected to have the breakfast slot, and like you say, that's when the crowd are not drunk or anything,
Yeah.
and you
Toughest
start off.
spot.
Yeah, you start off with the breakfast slot where nobody maybe even on a dance floor, but
Yeah. Well, I've seen acts as well that are quite low energy, and they can't move from middle to opener because they're so low energy. You need an act that is going to get them on board,
Yeah.
so they haven't been able to move from middle. and it's
All
it's a
right.
shame because they're fantastic acts, but they can't change their style to be able to open. There's so much to it, mate. I mean, like even the
Yeah.
MCing is a different beast.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the last year I've been training myself to be an MC, but that. With being an act like an open middle closer, you get your 20 minutes of material. You can travel the country doing that, but MCing, you've got to have a bit of banter with the crowd. That's a
Mm.
different beast, you know.
Ah,
And
right.
if
Makes sense.
if yeah, if you're not getting good interactions with a crowd, you've got to be able to then flick to your material, and you've got to warm the crowd up ready for the act to come on.
Mm.
It's hard, but it opens the door up to so much more work, you know. Like last night, I was opening at a club, and I had a really good night. Tonight, I'm MCing at a club. The night before last night, I was headlining a van life festival. So, you know, I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're busy, very busy. I
Yeah,
noticed
yeah.
stand-up comedians, you're traveling all over.
All over, mate. I've made
Mm.
some big errors as well, where like booking errors, where I've gone from Lincoln to John O'Groats, from John O'Groats to the South Coast, which was like a 7.5 hour drive, and I was like, you need to learn from this and do group bookings in areas. But
Yeah.
that I think, like even comedians that have been going for years, you still can't always get gigs in the same
No,
area, so you will
no.
always be traveling miles.
Yeah.
It is. We're coming to the end of the show now, so it's time for your
Your joke.
your
Did you bring a
joke.
joke with you?
Did you bring a
Okay.
joke with you?
Yeah. I've it's more of a story. Is that all right?
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I close a lot of gigs on. I've got a couple. I've got one about my OnlyFans page, um, but this one is about. Do you like animals?
Yep.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
animals,
yeah.
yeah, pets, yeah.
I rescue animals. At the minute, I've got a rescue dog and I've got a rescue cat. Now, my dog, when I got this dog, I didn't realise how bad he'd been treated. I got him 2 years ago, just before bonfire night. And while the fireworks were going off, he sat next to me and he was just like shaking like that. And I felt really sorry for him. So last bonfire night, we let him off outside. Um,
That took a while.
that's what I like about that, because it takes you a second to get it. But I've got this cat as well, right? And my cat, when I go, do you know about the tortoiseshell cats?
Yes.
A lot of them are like little skinny runty things, aren't they?
They are. Yeah.
Right. Well, I went round to my friend's house. He's got this basket full of kittens, and they were all fluffy balls of gorgeousness. But in the corner was this thing, right? It was like a little skinny thing, and it was just sitting there going meh, meh, like that. And I said, "What are you going to do with that one?" He says, "Oh, no one's even looked at it. I'm probably going to put it down." I said, "You know what? I'm having it." Right. So I had this kitten, sleeps on the end of my bed. Got it last summer, and I love it. Right, until winter kicked in, it wouldn't go outside to the toilet. So it kept weeing and pooing in my kitchen. So I got a litter tray, wouldn't use the litter tray. Every time I go in the kitchen, we'd have to play plopscotch trying to dodge it all. It was annoying. So I went to Pets at Home and I said to the lady at Pets at Home, I said, "What would you suggest?" She went, "You need a cat flap." I said, "What's your best cat flap?" She went, "This one here. It's magnetic." I said, "How's that work?" She went, "It's got a magnet on." I said, "Yeah, but how's it work?" So if you don't know how a magnetic cat flap works, it's got a magnet on. We've got that bit out of the way. Put a collar on your cat with a little magnet on. Your cat gets near the cat flap, releases something, like lets your cat in, shuts behind it, stops strays from getting in, and it's worked fantastic
Ah.
all the way up until Christmas last year, when I'm laying in bed and I could just hear meh, meh. And I'm thinking, what's up with this scrawny little knobhead now? I went downstairs and it was stuck to the fridge. I kicked the litter tray under it. It uses the fucking ad, doesn't it? See, this is what I like about jokes. I like jokes that are slightly true. So
Yeah.
both of them two jokes have got an element of truth in
Yeah.
them.
Based on a true story. Yeah.
Yeah, based on a true story,
Based
and I
on
just twist them a little bit to make them funny.
Yeah. I think that's the best comedy, really, because everyone can relate.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize till years ago is like I've read books on comedy and so forth. I wouldn't call myself a comedian, but I've read books to
Yeah.
try to work out the structure and everything. And
Yeah.
it's the element of truth. And then when you see these comedians on stage, some of it is true if they're talking about their wife, if they're talking about, and then I started doing it then. It's okay. If you can do it in comedy, it's okay. It doesn't have to be true, but the little element of truth, and that's what makes people, and it's relational.
Well,
And
I'll
then,
tell you, I'll give you a little bit of a tip here, Carlos, because it sounds like, from what I've seen with what you do, you are a funny guy, right? So, my little tip to anyone, if you're thinking of going down the storyteller route, because there's a lot of different kinds of comedy, musical comedy, one-liner comedy. Most one-liners are just telling jokes, but then you've got your storytelling, observational comedians, which I am, which is what I think you'd end up going down, right? So, for me, what I do is, if I get a story or anything in my life, I'll go to an open mic night and I'll say it on stage, but I'll record it. But I'll try and say it as truthful as possible. So they reckon that you should go for a laugh every 30 seconds, but that's someone that's writing one-liners and stuff. If you're a storyteller, you don't have to go down that route. Your story just has to be engaging. But if I do a story and say it's 2, 3, 4 minutes long, but there's only one punchline in it, I'll record it after I've done the open mic. I'll watch it back, and then I'll try and find bits. So you've got the truth there. Then I'll try and embellish it with funnier bits throughout the story.
I got you, yeah.
And then over time you'll find more laughter until you get to that big punchline at the end.
I know what you mean, because I've read there's like a Venn diagram. Ricky Gervais does it. This real comedy is truth and pain connected right in the middle, but there, and you can get a comedy. And Ricky Gervais does it. He did it in Afterlife amazingly. You know, it's like it's the truth and the pain of it. And if you can get
that shouldn't have been as funny as it is, but it
absolutely.
is. He's found. This is why my favourite comedian ever was Richard Pryor. I love Richard Pryor. I love Tommy Cooper as well, but Richard Pryor, for me, how he has managed to make humour out of so much tragedy is amazing.
Mental guy, really. He pissed Gene Wilder off a few times because they wanted to work together, but he was just too erratic.
Yep.
It's just too crazy.
They were great on screen, but off screen they weren't. They didn't hang out. They weren't friends, but their on screen connection was amazing, weren't it?
It's the same as me and Carl, really.
Yeah, off screen we're better, and on screen we're the opposite.
Oh dear me. Well, on that note, thank you so much for joining us.
That's all right, mate. Thanks for having me.
And coming through the keyhole.
Coming through the keyhole.
Well, let me know when it's up, lads, and I'll give it a share and everything for you. And good luck with it all.